Hi folks, I'm Fletch Lampkin, the Interim President at Clarke University, and today I have the opportunity to talk with Will Hudson, our incredible leader of the Black Male Leadership Society and counselor, or I should say advisor, and he's doing a great job. And I've also got Anthony King, who is an employee of the college now that he has his degree and is successful and working hard. And first thing I'd like to do, Will, is talk to you about the Black Male Leadership Society. Why did you begin this initiative?
Started it because we recognized there was a retention issue amongst some of our black males here at Clarke, and so to try and help these men create that sense of belonging and build with each other, right?
Yeah.
I think that's the most important. A lot of them are so far from home, and you know, it's a culture shock just being out of their natural environment, you know, back home, and sometimes, you know, coming to a place like Dubuque, Iowa, or anywhere, right?
Sure.
You need to find that sense of belonging, and so that was the initial. That's
Sure.
how we identified the initial need for.
Yeah. How do you feel about it, Anthony?
I feel.
You go like.
You're fine. I feel really good about it. Having just kind of jumped on as an employee just this past July, and then now working with Will. He told me, he's like, if you want to be a part of it, you're more than welcome to be. And it's been nothing but fun things. We've gotten to do a lot, gotten to know the guys a lot over the course of this semester. And I think it's a really cool opportunity considering I just graduated and I was a student here as a black male. And then thinking back to my freshman year, not having something like this, and then now with Will's help, we've helped to create something that is hopefully going to blossom into something beautiful.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I totally agree with that. Now, are you also a first generation student?
Yes, sir, I am.
So you had, actually, I guess you could say, two special challenges. Tell me how you dealt with it.
Honestly, college is kind of like new to me. I had an older sister that went to college, but obviously both of my parents didn't, nor anybody else in my family. And for me, I was always in competition with my sister, but I also had to set my own path. And for me, it meant going to play in college football and then also going to school out of state. So it was very different, and I had struggles, of course. The second half of my freshman year actually was when COVID happened. So I had to go through that, and then on top of like also having to navigate college without really having a real guide.
Yeah.
It was different, but I can very much look back and say that I am blessed to be here now and that I overcame.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you wish that you'd had this society?
Oh yeah. I wish I had like people that was already like had already been in my shoes to tell me about it. Cause like just this morning we had a meeting and I kind of shared a little bit about my story and how like I didn't always have everything together. And even still after college, and even after college, like you may not have everything together, but asking for help goes a long way. And that's what Will and I are really trying to shove and push towards the guys, is that it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to not have everything figured out.
Mentorship is really a very positive thing. And if you can do that in your life, it can help you through some rough spots.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
And I had a very good leader that I respected greatly. He was a 3-star general. And when I heard him on the phone one day, he had a mentor that he spoke with on a weekly basis. And he talked about everything. And it kept him improving, constantly improving, and getting to be a better person. With the first generation, what special problems do you see with that group?
Honestly, just having a lack of guidance, honestly. For a lot of students, they come to college and they don't know what to expect because the expectations haven't already been laid out for them.
Right.
When you've already had people in your family that have gone to college, it's just like, here's how it goes, it's what you do. But like for me and even for Will, it's just like when we first came to college, it's like primarily kind of thinking about athletics. And then once you see that athletics isn't your only identity, it forces you to grow.
And how do you get people to realize that before they transfer out?
A lot of self-reflection.
Yeah.
That's what we do a lot. That's what we have done a lot this semester with these guys, is like self-reflection, right? Finding who they are at the core. Sports is just one of many hats that you wear. A lot of them, all of them are sons. Some of them are brothers, or uncles, nephews. They're black men that are educated. So finding your purpose, right? we crafted personal mission and vision, leaving sports out of it, right? Because like I tell them every day, sports one day will end. Okay, then what?
Then what?
Then what?
I think my goal for each of you, and I mean you as a group, is to find that identity, just like Will said, to latch on to a set of goals that you're trying to achieve and figure out what you got to do to get there.
Yeah.
I think if you have no goals, then you don't know where you're going.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't know where you're going, you better be careful because you just might get there.
Yeah.
You just got to have a path. And Will, what you're doing is God's work.
Mm-hmm.
That I mean it. It's got to be done. And I'm so glad that you and King are stepping up here and taking a leadership role. Anything else you want to tell me, King?
No, sir. I think that's
You
it.
sure? Will?
No.
Okay.
No.
What can I do to do a better job? I mean, you got to tell me that.
Gosh.
So you're already perfect, Mr. President.
Nah, not at all. I think it'd be cool for you to come to a meeting for BMLS and
Okay.
make sure the guys know you, and even
Okay.
sharing your story of
Absolutely.
the
Okay.
many experiences that you have.
I'd be happy to do
may
that.
be able to show them that they're more than just this experience that they're currently in.
Good for you. That's a
Yeah.
great message. I'm very willing to do it only if I can get one of those shirts.
We can make
Yeah,
that.
we make that.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for what you're doing. Great.
Appreciate it.